You talked with Anup. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Hello and welcome to ICG Podcast episode 20. I am Abdul and with me is Yesvanth.
Hey all, how's it going? Good to be back. Episode 20, man. Crazy, crazy. It's awesome. Yeah, let's keep this going and hope people will keep loving to see. I suppose we get the attention.
Yeah, I'm hoping that as well. So, how was your week, Yeshwanth?
It was good, yeah. I visited three or four temples today. So, crazy day.
Nice. Meanwhile, me, I finally got all 26 endings of Nier Automata. Oh boy.
26 endings. Wow,
Yeah, I
good for
must
you.
say, it was a beautiful game. Was worth it, I must say. Took me a total of 40, 48 or 49 hours, something. Yeah, it is.
Okay, okay.
And
Awesome.
I just got my shipment of 4 new games right on time.
Right on time. Right on the queue. Yeah.
Yeah. And we got our first comment of the night. What's up, Rage Gamer? How are you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? Um,
And Millennial
Millennial
Medic.
Medic,
Hey man, how are you?
Temple Run.
What the
What
hell
does
is
that mean?
what do you mean by Temple Run?
What's Temple Run? Medic.
I don't know. I must have put it at random, but okay. Anyways, before I say any of the other stuff, first thing I want to point out is that Spider-Man 2 has gone gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means that they are now ready to distribute it in digital and physical media. Now all you have to do is wait for the launch to get our hands on the disc and download or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is major. And like in the title itself, quite a lot of games are leaving the subscriptions. And by
Yeah.
subscriptions, I mean both PlayStation Plus and Xbox Game Pass. So I'll start off by saying the games that will be leaving PlayStation Plus. Last date to be playing them will be October 16th or 17th. I guess 17th maximum. So yeah, if you've been planning on playing these games, this is your final call to play them. So the games that will be leaving the subscription is The Quarry, Far Cry 4, Far Cry 5, The Medium, Inside, Limbo, Yakuza 3, 4, and 5, The Crew, Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker, Clouds and Sheeps 2. I've never heard of that before. Astabreed, okay. Torquil, Gal Gunvolt Burst, and Goosebumps the game. And now for the games that will be leaving Game Pass, they'll be leaving a bit sooner.
Before we move to Game Pass,
Uh-huh.
so Millennial Medic replied. He said, Yeshwanth mentioned he visited a lot of temples today. Now I
Yeah,
get it. Now I get it. Yeah, it's four temples
yeah,
today, man. Yes, yes. I get it. Temple Run.
yeah.
That's so clever, man.
Yes, that was
Very
it.
clever.
Yeah, that was a temple spree, but yeah,
Yeah.
good thing is he did not have any monkeys chasing after him, and he did not steal anything from the temple. So
Oh,
good for him.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, so good thing for him, I guess. Anyways, games that'll be leaving Game Pass, they'll be leaving on October 1st itself. So yeah, better start gaming now itself. So games that will be leaving will be Weird West, Moonscars, Beacon Pines, Outriders, Despots Games, Rodius, Shenzhen IO, and last call BBS. Yeah, so it's the last call to play those games. So yeah, get to it. And
I think from Game Pass, other than Outriders, I haven't heard about any other game. What about you? Did you get any chance to play because you love indie games, right?
yeah, but none of the indie games I played were on this list, so I'm not bothered.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I have a huge list of games that I have downloaded, still haven't started yet. Will be soon. In fact, I actually had to turn on my Xbox today after quite a long time just to preload Forza Motorsport.
Okay.
Yeah. And yes, we have CHY32 saying, hi guys, hey man, how are
Hey,
you?
CH32.
Glad you
Thanks for
could join
joining.
us. Right. So, like the previous week, we had big news was Unity was charging
Yeah.
developers, and it got quite a lot of backlash. So, Unity had to come out and say they are not going to be very drastic about the change. They are making a lot of adjustments.
Yeah.
So, Yashwant, what have they changed?
Yeah, I think there are many points, I suppose, but the ones that once you go through the publishers that they've talked about, so I think the biggest ones are the Unity personal plan remains free with no runtime fee. So if you are using any personal plan, not any enterprise plan or something for actually earning money, I suppose. I don't know if you can do that with personal plan as well, but yeah, that remains free for the runtime. There is no fee, and earnings cap increased from 100,000 to 200,000. So it's double the earnings cap. So I think you will be charged only if you hit that 200,000. And no fee for games earning less than $1 million in 12 months. So if you're in indie developer and if your game doesn't reach 1 million in 12 months, you're exempt from this. So in the sense, in that case, it sounds like they are comparing the previous year, or they will be charged only after a year. I don't know how this makes sense because they cannot forecast the 12 months going future 12 months, right? So
I mean, I do know that, I mean, I've heard that apparently Unity engine and, games that run on Unity, apparently it has a sort of malware that automatically gets installed or stored into whatever platform you're using. So through that, they'll be able to tell how many installs and whatnot has gone in. So yeah, I guess with that they'll
right,
find out.
yeah. That's okay, but it also says that current games unaffected unless they update to next Unity version. So if their current games do not support next Unity versions, then they're not charged.
Yes,
The
definitely.
other one is that the previous point, right? No fee for games earning less than $1 million in 12 months. So the cycle might be once every 12 months they charge. That's when they charge, or because 12 months you cannot know unless it it maybe let's say uh, this month you crossed 12 months and for the past uh, 12 months if you have crossed $1 million, then I think that's when they'll know, okay, by this day you have crossed 12 months and you have made more than $1 million, so we are going to charge you for that. So I think they are going to check the past installations, or they are going to check the um, after 12 months from today. So I don't know how that
Uh,
exactly pans out.
we'll see how it goes. Anyways, got a couple of comments. Millennial Medic says, "What games did you receive today, Abdul?" I got Okami HD. I got 3 out of 4 games that were available in the Tales series. So I got Tales of Berseria, I got Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, and I got Tales of Symphonia Remastered Chosen Edition. So yeah, 4 games. And then Gamester, I guess this is your first time here, so hello. And he says Bilai. He says Billu by OP. Ah, yes, he is OP. He's
Happy.
very OP. Yeah. And CHY32 says Unity moving like Microsoft, but with zero future planning. Maybe, who knows? That's just the corporate the way are. And GameStar says below by shout de do please. He's not here, man. How can he make it? How can he give a shout? He's not here. And CHY32 says fans of Abdul rise fire. Fire emoji. So
Here we go. Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's what you are there. So yeah, kindly get up from your seat. And then GameStar Abdul Brai shout out please. Hello. Yes.
Hey.
Yes, and our friend Pankaj is here. It's time to play
Hey,
Cyberpunk.
Pankaj.
Who has never played it after update 2.0? What an experience. Uh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I will receive lots of, positive comments from people who have played it. They say the game is almost a completely new game, and
Yeah.
they revamped quite a lot. And yeah, and I feel like this is how Cyberpunk was initially supposed to launch, and I think it's a good thing on CD Projekt Red's part that they were able to redeem themselves to this point. I mean, people are still like buying it now. Maybe I've seen many people actually order the game now and start playing it, and so yeah, hopefully we'll get bigger numbers and more news regarding Cyberpunk in the coming week.
I
And
mean, it only makes sense, right? I also heard that it's a completely unrecognizable game from the initial launch.
uh,
So that's the biggest praise you can get when your initial launch was basically very bad,
very
very
odd.
very bad. Yeah, it's so good to see that. I mean, to pull off something like this and to put the effort in to not let go of something that happened with the co-founder of the Callisto Protocol studio, right? So he just built, I suppose.
Yeah,
If the game didn't perform well, the Callisto Protocol, the co-founder just built. I was like, nah, I'm gonna start a new game company. So yeah, off I go.
I think they actually added this as a topic. I don't know, maybe.
Right. Yeah, I tweeted about it, so it should be there. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, it is part of the topic I've listed down. Yeah. Anyways, well then, moving on. Uh, Hold on. Let me just scroll through this. I wrote quite a lot. Yeah. So I'll just read out the smaller pieces of news before moving on to the big one. So the Square Enix CEO Takashi Kiryu wants to upgrade some existing IPs to AAA games. So yeah, they're not going to just be focusing on Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest and stuff like that. I guess
Yeah.
that they see that there are many other games in their lineup that have a potential to, become bigger games. So yeah, I think they're going to expand their portfolio. Can't wait to see that happen. Maybe it'll get many players to, jump into another series, get new
Yeah.
fans and all that. So
I mean, other than Final Fantasy and the what was the other game that you mentioned, other than the other AAA game?
I think it was Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest. I think so. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's other than the majority of Final Fantasy determining how Square Enix performs. It's their, it's a crown jewel. So other than that, they do not have any solid wins. So I think it's time they need to not completely rely on Final Fantasy because if one game doesn't perform good, that's the final domino, and that's when all the pieces like it just fell through. So I think it looks bigger when your biggest IP and your most valuable franchise doesn't perform. That's the final domino, I suppose. I think they need to start building new IPs and to have that diversity.
Yeah, I mean, apparently it's been clarified by the director of Final Fantasy that apparently that entire 2 billion loss news that was going on, it is not exactly the fault of Final Fantasy because according to him, Final Fantasy met all of their expectations. So yeah, it was not
Yeah.
something that dealt a blow to them, so they are happy about it. And so yeah, I don't think that they're going to stop with Final Fantasy anytime soon, because as of right now, many people got to have a preview run with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and they're all just giving glowing first impressions. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's coming pretty soon in a few months. I look forward to it. And anyways, Relogic, the developer behind the indie hit game Terraria, are donating $100,000 to Godot and FNA, which are also game engines, after Unity messed up last week with their dumb runtime fee decision. So yeah, and the devs were like, "No, we made games on your engine. You guys decide to take advantage of it, and nah, we'll donate it to the other guys who need it." So yeah,
Yep.
GG, I guess. And
Yeah, Pankaj actually says that 21st September was base day for me. Cyberpunk 2.0 update and Ubisoft announced Division 3 is in development, ready to invest 2000 plus hours in it.
nice.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I think Pankaj is having an awesome week. Yeah, yeah.
It's been an awesome week for
Good for
pretty
you,
much me.
man. Yeah.
Also, and of course, Pepperoni and Soup is here. Hey man, how are you doing?
Hey, hey, pepperoni soup. Welcome back.
Yes, and he says we will get more Final Fantasy in another 8 years. Another 8 years? What do you mean another Final Fantasy? More Final Fantasy in another 8 years. So
Yeah, yeah.
we got 8 years of Final Fantasy to look forward to. Wow. So, anyways, moving on. The Crew Motorfest is the biggest launch in the series history and has broken all franchise records. So yeah, Ubisoft has put out this announcement that Crew Motorfest has become a huge success for them. They didn't mention any sales numbers yet, but they said it say that its launch is way better than both the Crew and Crew 2. And one of the important features in that game was the fact that you can, like, if you played Crew 2 and you have a save file, you can import all of the cars you bought in Crew 2 directly into Crew Motorfest. You don't have to buy them again. And with that feature, 42 million cars have already been imported since launch. So yeah,
Wow.
the series is going good, and they hope to keep providing content in the future. So good on Ubisoft for that, and looks like the gamers are enjoying it.
What do you think? How are you going to early assumptions? What do you think it's going to be like?
What do you mean? What I'm going to be like? I mean, I can't play the game. They don't have remappable controls, so it's difficult for me to check it out in its entirety. I had to
Okay.
pass. But yeah, if you get the chance, you should play it. But for that, you have to
I
find the
thought
time.
you're preloading that game, right?
I did. I pre-loaded it. I tried it for 5 minutes and I had to uninstall it because I couldn't play it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, seriously, man, devs have to also take into consideration accessibility options are a very major thing now. Now,
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
mean, give remappable buttons. I want to use the right trigger, right thumbstick in order to accelerate and brake. I don't want to look around my car all the time. So, yeah.
True.
Anyways, Pankaj asked, "Did you guys try the first Descendants beta?" No, sorry, man, we
No.
didn't watch,
Yeah,
play it.
yeah. Sorry, bro. I did not get the time to look into that.
Yeah, we were too busy doing. He was busy with life. I was busy with gathering news and completing my games. So yeah, I will. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll see how it goes. And then Sanjay is here. Hello, Sanjay. He says, "So guys, what do you think of the upcoming Stalker 2? And there is Tokyo Game Show. I'm expecting Budokai Tenkaichi 4 news in the Tokyo Game Show." Okay, well, what do I think about Stalker 2? Looks good. When it comes out, I'll think about what I really think about it.
Yeah.
And I think I have a little bit from the Tokyo Game Show. I think we will talk about it a bit later. And
I think Stalker 2 is around the Chernobyl, right? Is
yeah,
around
yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 it's Chernobyl, Heart of Chernobyl
Yeah.
or something. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to reflect the recent incidents, what's happening with Russia and Ukraine right now. So I don't know, but it's let's see how it pans out. Yeah.
Yeah, Pepper and Soup says I want the dead zone buttons options in all PS games because no controller lasts more than 6 months for me. Yeah, it's an issue with for all FPS gamers, I guess. Yeah, but I know. Yeah, like I said, accessibility options should be available for more games because there are all
No
kinds of
matter
games.
what, no matter if it's just for the uh, differently able persons, it's not just that, right? If there is some issue with that, and if that button is not useful, maybe in that game you can swap it out with the different button control, I suppose, because my left thumbstick it drifts a lot, so I can map it to something that doesn't do anything. So I suppose something like that. Yeah. Consi- Considering the stick drifts, I think accessibility should be considered more.
Yeah. And as Pankaj says, how is Starfield going on? It's going on, man. Uh-huh. I'm
Wow,
not playing.
that's a very weird way to answer how it's going on.
I mean, people who are playing Starfield are still playing it. I'm not playing it, obviously. I mean, as if well, if you don't know, I'm a disabled gamer, so I can't use the triggers. And with so much emphasis on shooting and so many times being attacked by pirates, and having to defeat mobs of enemies with just guns and all that, there were no accessibility options. It was really tough. I couldn't map the buttons to what I wanted it. I mean, first time I'm seeing when you go into accessibility options, it's giving you the option to turn on or turn off subtitles. I mean, that is not an accessibility option. But yeah, so I stopped playing, Starfield. So if you are waiting for my review of it, then I'm sorry, I can't give a complete review.
I think you can say not recommendable for differently abled.
Yeah, for the disabled, yeah.
Yeah.
Pankaj says that's why I bought Edge controller because the only issue is stick drift. Yeah, but you have to pay 1,500 every time for stick module. So, but yeah, that's completely up to you, I guess. And Sanjay says
Wait,
classic
wait. How much is this stick module cost here?
1,500 to 1,800.
Okay, maybe Sony is betting on stick drift still.
I mean,
That's
yeah, they need Hall effect sensors. Those use magnets instead of this potentiometer, so they're less prone to stick drift. In fact, you can completely take out the sticks and put them back on, and they'll still work. So
awesome.
yeah, and then Sanjay says classic Abdul. It's going on with laughing emojis. Yeah, yeah. I'm admired for my jokes. That's all I can say. Yeah. Anyways, the next news is the majority of Criterion will be moving on to the next Battlefield. They'll be focusing on Battlefield, while a small core team will work on what's next for Need for Speed. So if you guys haven't known, Criterion Games have been making most of the recent Need for Speed games, and now looks like EA told them to focus on Battlefield, and a small team will work on Need for Speed. Yeah, what are your thoughts on
What do
that?
you what do you mean Need for Speed? In the sense, it's the next Need for Speed game, or a remake or remaster for the Need for Speed?
I don't know what they'll remake or remaster after this. I think it's for the next Need for Speed game.
Okay, okay. I mean, not much of a racer. Um, I think the only racing game I tried was that multiplayer game with you quite long ago. What was that? Um, Dirt 5. Yeah, yeah. Was it Wreckfest or Dirt 5?
Dirt 5.
Dirt 5, Dirt 5. Okay. I think that's the only game I actually played, the racing game I played on my PS5. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm excited or not. All right. So let's see. Pankaj says Edge controller has its own features. That's awesome. I think. And then Rage Gamer 15 says, get your normal DualSense controller fixed from a repair shop, man. Costs under 1,000 rupees. Yes, yes, yes. I have to. It's I don't know. Suddenly it seems to be working, and all of a sudden it doesn't seem to be working. So yes, I will get it checked out. And Pankaj says I got Edge controller for 3.5K. Yeah, yeah, that was a price glitch, and thankfully few people orders were delivered. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or something. Okay, thanks to the chat for pointing it out, but apparently my
Ah,
audio is
right.
not working all this time. Sorry, guys. I hope you can hear me now. So yeah, I will repeat it once again. Glenn Schofield is leaving Striking Distance, Callisto Protocol, with the makers of Callisto Protocol. After the first game flopped, and Striking Distance Chief Operating Officer and Chief Financial Officer are also leaving. And then Steve Papoutsis will take over the CEO role. And like I said before, like it was one of the big games showcased on the 2021 State of Play. They made it look like it's going to be the next Dead Space, a more gory Dead Space. And I mean, it's like people expected a lot. It fell short, and yeah, it flopped.
I think they expected something like 15 million or 10 million copies. I don't know how many copies was that. So I think it was just reached just 3 or 4 million, I suppose. I don't know exactly how much. But yeah, I think that falling hugely short of their expectations caused them to panic and leave, I suppose.
I mean, caused them to panic and leave. I don't think that they panic and left. They just, left because they couldn't do it. I mean, the previous episode we also covered the fact that half the staff were laid off in Ascendant Studios, the makers of Immortals of Avium, because the game failed to meet expectations. So yeah, same case here, I guess. But that shows just how tough the game industry is, how difficult it is for
Yeah,
people over there. Anyways, moving on. Ubisoft has announced the Division 3 randomly on Thursday via press release. They didn't hype it up, they didn't show any trailer, they didn't put any big announcement. They just casually put out some random tweet for the press, and in that they included Division 3. And that is
yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So they just low-key dropped Division 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I think most people received the news pretty happy. Very, very happy to be, in fact. And um, I think the people loved the Division 1 and 2, of course.
I mean, they
And
were on
to
PS
see
Plus. They were on PS Plus. I mean,
PS Plus.
Division 2 was on PS Plus. I
Yeah.
played Division 2 co-op with friends of mine, and it was really fun. And
Uh,
obviously, me being the guy who couldn't shoot, all I did was hide. They went and shot enemies. Whenever they, got shot down, I would run to them, heal them, go back to hiding.
Go back to
Uh,
hiding. The invisible healer.
Yeah, I was the medic. I was the medic. So yeah,
Very,
that is one. So yeah, division. So now Division 3 is coming out. I wonder how they'll make that. But yeah, I'm sure plenty of people are going to be happy about it.
yeah.
And also,
And
yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Hey, you go ahead, man.
All right. So Pankaj says Sony head is saying Microsoft games is failing and PS subscription is doing great.
I mean, with their price increase, of course they'll be doing great. But I don't know. I think it's a short-term game, a short-term gain.
Yeah,
It might become a long-term loss because at the moment they don't seem to be putting out that many great games that are inspiring people to keep the subscription. I mean, people are like still like at least on the server, anyways. People are like they increased 33% of the price and
yeah.
still no good games. So they should definitely step up their game. Otherwise, they're going to lose subscribers in the long term.
I think
Uh,
the fact that they not only increase the subscription price, and I think from the leaked documents when Phil says their number hasn't increased, even from the announcement of the acquisition, the number of live active subscribers, it didn't change. How many was it? It was 15 million?
I think 25 something.
25, sorry, yeah. It didn't budge, I suppose. So I think I don't know if you can call it doing bad. Maybe people will use this, will get the subscription when they see the fruits, I suppose, not just the acquisition only. So maybe when they see some good games from the acquisitions come to the Game Pass, then yeah, of course they will join. So maybe they are just waiting for
Yeah,
those good games.
yeah, but apparently because of the deal they made, that they'll not be releasing any of the Activision games on Game Pass till at least 2025. So I think
Ah,
subscription numbers won't grow till then.
till then, yeah.
Yeah. So Pankaj is saying that the best game during COVID was Division 2. Hey, it was full during the pandemic. Well, unfortunately, I do not have a gaming PC or a powerful enough PC for that matter. So I couldn't play Division 2. I played now on PS Plus with my friends and it was fun. I mean, there is only you can only invest so much time in saving your friends till they get bored of you. You know, like we wouldn't have to die these many times if one extra person helped us.
Absolutely.
I am helping you guys. I'm keeping you alive. But yeah, I mean, it would be more useful if I got in there and actually did more damage than actually,
Get some action.
yeah. But still, it was a fun game. It's good to know that you had a game that you enjoyed during the COVID time. That's good for you.
Yeah.
Anyways, next news is the last December Activision got briefed about the successor of the Nintendo Switch, and they say that the performance is comparable to an Xbox One and a PS4. Ooh, so that is next gen for Nintendo, Nintendo Switch 2.
I think it makes sense actually. Seeing the iPhone 15 Pro Max running Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 4 remake, and Death Stranding 2, director's cut coming to that. I think it makes sense that if iPhone 15 Pro Max could do it, a handheld console, gaming console, should be able to achieve something of those lines. And Nintendo being Nintendo, I think they will put a lot of research into that, and I think it makes sense. Initially, somebody who saw their hands-on, I think he leaked that it was 4K 60 FPS,
It was,
and
I think it was called, I think it was Nate the Hate.
made the hit. Right, right, yes.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, very, very weird, but yeah, 4K 60 didn't seem very realistic for a handheld. I mean, it was way too much far-fetched. Uh, this one, which is saying that it's close to PS4 and Xbox One, I think it makes sense. So we had PS4 Slim, we had PS4 Pro, maybe which version of those, and but yeah, I think it could be comparable to PS4 and Xbox One, but yeah, this is more what you say, uh, believable.
yeah. I mean that's why they didn't specify a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X. They just said the Xbox One and PS4. So the initial launch units. So
Yeah.
I guess for Nintendo Switch, that is a big leap at least. Yeah,
Oh, huge leap, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
huge leap. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, bigger games will start coming to the Switch. I mean,
Are they
person,
still going to use those cartridges, or they'll move to PSP like CDs?
I'm still doubtful about that. I think they might still stick to cartridges for the form factor to keep it small.
Form factor. Right, right.
I just hope that they don't go full digital, man. That's just I don't want them to go full
No, no,
digital.
no. I don't think so. I don't think they'll dare that much right now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope the next one is good.
Big corporations, what they do is they test the water, they see how people are reacting, and then they make a decision. I don't think these big corporations are willing to change huge changes in their hardware products.
Well,
Yeah,
who
yeah, I
knows?
remember iPhone, so the headphone jack. I think that's the first thing I remember.
Yeah,
That's Apple being Apple, man. You cannot pull that crazy thing and expect people to accept that thing.
yeah, they uh, removed the headphone jack. They bought in these bloody
Yeah,
ugly notches, and irony is that now they come to USB-C, and it's
yeah.
like a revolutionary. I mean,
Revolutionary, yes.
it's been on Android for the past decade, man. But
Yeah,
okay, that is that. Anyways, but seeing, well, not considering India, considering other countries, digital is actually taking more of a, bigger sales is more on digital as far as I've seen. Like
right.
on PlayStation, like 60 to 70 percentage of games that were bought were mostly digital only. So I mean, Sony, from these statistics itself, they can see that people are willing, to go to completely digital. I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon. At the same time, for as far as Xbox is concerned, physical getting a physical disc here is very very limited as far as
Yeah,
I've seen. I mean, I wanted to start a physical collection on Xbox, but then I saw that discs were very rare to come by, and also the fact that lots of discs don't even contain the complete data of a game in them, and they act more like some sort of authentication key.
yeah, yeah.
So you have to put in the disk, it authentifies it, and then it downloads the entire game from the internet. So I don't see the point of the disk in the first place.
Disc anymore. Yeah, yeah. And then
So
Phil says we are pro, what do you say? Um,
game
Backward
preservation,
compatibility, game
game preservation,
preservations. Yes, yes. Very weird.
exactly.
Yeah,
To think that I haven't used my disk drive on the Series X is kind of upsetting to me. I mean, the only
yeah.
times I've used it is when my family members actually bought some movie discs, and we don't have,
Oh man.
and they didn't have anything to test if the disc was authentic or not. So I was playing on my Xbox. They decided, hey, let's just leave. It's not. Put it in. Is the movie playing? Ah, okay, it's plays. So it's authentic. So yeah. So I think my Xbox is useful only for that.
He's a DVD player.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
good. A headline: Series X is a DVD player for a lot.
Blu-ray. Don't say
Blu-ray
Blu-ray.
player for a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. But I wish that could change. I mean, like in Western markets, it's very easy to come across discs for the Xbox. But here,
Yes. Yeah.
anyway, Sanjay says digital supremacy. Yeah, you keep saying digital supremacy. I'm not going to get down from the hill of physical. I'd rather, I'll go down on that hill of physical always than switch to digital.
Till the end. Till the end.
Yes, till the end. Right. Anyways,
Till Sony or Microsoft decides to go all digital.
yes, and then I don't know what I'll do. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, gaming as a hobby will just become
Keep
more
playing
of
old
a,
games.
yeah. We'll just have to keep playing old games. I don't know
Old
what we're
games.
going to do. But yeah, anyways, the Tokyo Game Show was good. I think I didn't watch all of it. I only watched a few segments. And I think I only watched Capcom's and Xbox's showcase. And in Capcom, they showed the usual like Resident Evil 4, the VR, Street Fighter 6, another 2 3 games. They spoke a bit about the Separate Ways DLC, and there's a mercenaries mode where you're supposed to kill as many enemies as you can within the time limit. That is also coming for Resident Evil 4, and yeah, so it wasn't very big until they showed off 9 minutes of gameplay for Dragon's Dogma 2, and I was hyped. It's like,
Yeah.
yes, this is the one, this is the one. And it was awesome, and it was awesome. It was like they really worked on improving the combat, they made better optimizations. Like now, it's still single player, where many times I felt like, it would be even more fun if we were able to co-op with friends, but yeah, they want to keep that single player experience memorable, so they kept it that way. And of course, every person's playthrough will be different. You have 4 different vocations to choose from, and further on in the game, if you progress, you'll be able to unlock more. And yeah, it is a grand showcase. And if you guys haven't watched it, kindly do. It'll get you really hyped for the game.
I mean,
Anyways,
there were very good comebacks like this Ace Attorney trilogy, like a Dragon, Ishin like a Dragon, and like a Dragon Gaiden.
those,
People were
yeah, those are all
super,
in my
super
list.
going crazy.
Those are all in my list for the next things to talk about. Yeah,
All right. Okay.
yeah,
In that
uh,
case, yeah, let's talk about the highlights from the Xbox the
showcase.
game show. Yeah,
Yeah, but
Tokyo Game Show. Yep.
yeah, but before that, we'll just read the comments. Sanjay says, "Imagine having a 50K gaming console just to stream media. I rarely watch Prime Video on my PS5.
Wait a second. That's what we do with the TVs. It's
Smart
it's not a
TVs.
gaming console completely, but yeah, of course, it's not nothing at all. So 50,000 rupees to stream movies. That's normal right now. Maybe this buying a digital only gaming console and then just streaming the games from cloud is going to be normal in 50 years. I don't know, but yeah,
Ah,
let's see.
but that's you, man. I'm utilizing the 50K for completely. I watch Netflix, I watch YouTube, I watch Prime Video. I even stream Spotify while playing games. So I'm utilizing it fully.
So,
And oh, look, we have one of our moderators in the chat for the first time. Hello, Hungry Wolf. How are you? JRPG Supremacy. Yes, JRPG Supremacy. Hey, look, Billu is also here. Billu Da.
hey, man.
HRPG More Supremacy. Yes, HRPG. Would you kindly tell the full form of that, please?
I think Hungry by Wolf RPG.
No, I'm sure he'll come up with something. He's been sticking with me for a lot. I think he might come up with a response. Let's see. I want to see
It's
what he comes up with. Yeah. Yeah, and Hungry Wolf says, "Yo, good, good. That's good. Good to know that. Thank you for joining us." Anyways, now we'll come to the highlights from the Xbox Tokyo Game Show.
yeah.
So it was good. It was a very good show. I liked it, and but I'll just focus on telling you the big things that were announced. Like coming to Game Pass will be like a Dragon Gaiden. It'll be day one on Game Pass, and I think it's like a Dragon Gaiden. The man who erased his name. That's the entire name, I guess. Yeah, that'll be day one on Game Pass. Like a Dragon Ishin will also be there, but no date has been specified. And then we have the Ace Attorney trilogy that will be available on September 26th. So all of you who've not seen the meme of one anime character saying objection, well, this is the
Yeah.
game that it's from. So
This is the
yeah,
game for that is yes.
yes, I'm just going to be. If I play it, I'm just going to spam objection every time. Even if I'm right, I'll just say objection. Yeah.
Our rule sustained. Yeah.
Yes. And Billuda says Hyrulian role playing. Okay.
What is that?
You could have done better. Hyrulian. Hyrule is the place where Legend of Zelda takes place. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Got it.
Hyrulean role playing. You forgot the G, man. What about G? We didn't mention G. Yes. So yeah, you're quite late, man. I think you're around 30 minutes late to come and give a shout out, but thank you anyways. Yeah. So okay, other than these Game Pass announcements, another interesting thing is that Octopath Traveller 2 will also be coming to Xbox. Because the ironic thing was Octopath Traveler 1 was on Xbox, but it wasn't 2 wasn't available on Xbox. It was only there for PlayStation. And now they're bringing it to Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and it'll be on early 2024. And Hagriul says G for Genun, and Sanjay says Genun mid. Those are all ICG inside jokes. If you're on the server, you'll get them. But yeah, mandatory Genun is mid. Yes, yes, please mid. Right.
This is so funny, man. All right, let's continue.
See, this is why you should take some time off and actually sit on the other server that you actually
Yeah,
started
yeah.
off. It'll be fun.
I should, yeah.
Yeah.
If I get time, I would be playing on my PS5, man.
Then make some extra time for Discord also.
I wish. Yes, sure.
Okay, Billu says Japanese is a race, Chinese is a race, and Hyrule is a race. So my explanation is pretty much justified. Hyrule is a
Okay.
place, not a race. Okay, Hyrulian is a race.
Keep me out of this. I've never played any Zelda game.
Yes, and JRPG is Japanese role playing game. Okay, there is no Chinese role playing game. Okay, so that is not justified. But okay, you said what you want. Whatever you say is justified. It's justified. Yeah, it's other highlights from.
Willow fans will come to your house, man.
They're not even here right now, so I'm safe. So yeah, right. So the other highlights from the Xbox Tokyo Game Show is that Party Animals will now be collaborating with Ori. If you don't know Ori, it's an indie game. They had two of them. They're both on Game Pass. First one is Ori the Blind Forest, and the other one is Ori Will of the Wisps. I've tried it.
It looks so beautiful, man. The Ori games look so beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, those are one of the first indie games I wanted to try on Xbox. I played it,
Uh-huh.
and then after 10 minutes, I found out that it's really, really hard. So I gave it
Really,
up.
really.
Yeah,
Did you
I
play? Did you play this? Um, I forgot the name. But it's a side scroller, man. It's a bug that plays a
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight. Yes, yes, yes.
It's
I
not a
was thinking
bug.
about Silk. The second one,
Silk Song, yes.
Silk Song. Yeah, I can't think of the name, but yes, Hollow Knight is also something like that, right? It came up as an indie, if you
Yeah,
correct
it's
me if I'm
tough.
wrong. Yeah,
It's
and
tough, yes.
then it exploded it just exploded in the popularity and the mechanics and the lore behind it. It was so amazing. I think that's what the Ori was also trying to crack. What was first? Was it the Hollow Knight or Ori, which was released first?
I think Ori was older than Hollow Knight.
Ah, okay. Uh, okay,
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. Anyways, Bilal says China and Japan is a place. Yes, but first you said Japanese is a race and Chinese is a race. So I was
Oh
saying
my
for that.
God.
Yeah, anyways. Bilal says, I feel really stupid when I first heard the term indie game. I thought they were made in India. Ah, well,
Well,
yeah,
I was the one too. Yeah, yeah. Indie game owner, I was like, what's happening? Why is many people talking about India? I was like, is India that popular for games? And then I was realized, oh man, it just means smaller developers and new developers. But yeah,
yes, yes.
same
Uh,
man. Yeah.
yeah, well, imagine my shock when I realized that West Indies is actually short form for West India. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I heard it in one of Russell Peters' stand-up comedies, and he was like, "Any West Indians here?" And I was thinking of West India, what Mumbai, Goa. I was thinking of those places, and he's like, Trinidad, and I'm like, Trinidad? Where is Trinidad? And I had to Google
It's,
on West Indies, and then I realized that people from West Indies are called West Indians, and I'm like, okay, it all makes sense now. But
yeah, we have to be very careful going forward. Which West Indians do you mean?
yeah, so yeah, I mean, yeah, everyone is a student till the end of their life because they keep learning everything, something new every day.
Something.
Yeah, Sanjay is also same. I only realized it this week. Okay, good. So lots
Good
of
for you. Yeah.
people are learning things. Very good to know. ICG has become very educational.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Indian console gamers sponsored by Byju's.
Oh no, man! Please, no, 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 please.
Just for the sake of it, we are not.
Oh, already the Indian cricket team jersey is ruined. I don't want
This
ICG's
is it.
ruined.
Previously, it used to be Sahara, right? It was
Yeah,
so beautiful, and Sahara was like the largest industry to have the number of employees. I suppose in the I don't know exactly what when it was very at its best, I suppose.
okay.
So yeah, um, to have those memories from Sahara to Byju's, it's a downgrade.
Yeah, Byju's India. Oh,
Uh,
I don't want a Byju's ICG. No, no, thank you. ICG is
100%.
ICG is good as it is. So yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
always sponsored by the members.
Yes, sponsored by your views, of course. Yes,
Yeah,
it is. Coming back to my point. So the other highlights were the crossover between Party Animals and Ori. Then they showcased Exoprimal Season 2, and The Elder Scrolls Online will be getting a Japanese localization for voices on November 15th. So it'll be full Japanese audio is available from November 15th. Then they showcased My Lovely Empress from the game of from this My Lovely series. After watching that only I realized there was such a series in the first place. And the first two games was My Lovely Daughter and My Lovely Wife. I'm like,
oh my God, right.
okay. And then I saw gameplays of it. They showed off the gameplay, and basically it's about you trying to develop. It's like a management game. You have to manage your resources and your
Okay.
connections between other countries and kingdoms and blah blah blah. And every decision you make has an impact. So I was like, okay, this is more strategy oriented than a dating
Yeah.
sim. So okay, yeah. And CHY says Sahara kids embark the peak of cricket, in my opinion. Yep,
Absolutely. Cannot agree more. Yeah.
that was quite the era. Yes, and that My Lovely Empress will be coming in 2024. Then we have Althea, the Wrath of Alferi. Okay, it'll be coming soon. Fallout
Sounds
76.
very mystiquing.
Yes,
Yeah.
Altheria, Alferi, Alphabet. Yes. Anyways, Fallout 76 Atlantic City will be coming in December 5th. So, yeah, these are the major highlights of the Xbox Tokyo Game Show. Like I said, I haven't watched the rest. If I do, I will summarize them perhaps in the next episode. But that completely depends on my interest now. Yeah, so then Bilal says some of the indie games are raising the standard of AAA games. In fact, like Yesvanth said, Hollow Knight. I have been seeing my son playing Death's Door game. I can't believe it's an indie. Oh, cool, man. Your son is playing Death's Door. Oh, my God. That means pretty soon he'll grow up and start playing. Be a Soulsborne veteran. Who knows? Yeah. It is tough,
Yeah.
man. It is tough. It is tough. I played it. I could only beat like two bosses. Then I had to give up. But yeah, great game with
Well,
many.
I'll help you with Dark Souls 3. Here's our obligatory Dark Souls 3
Plug-in. Yes, yeah,
plugin. Yes.
yeah. Builder says great game with many enemy varieties. Yeah, it's a great game. I mean, yeah, if I didn't die so much, I might enjoy it. But yeah, we'll see. Lal says Sahara and Wills. I haven't heard of Wills, but Sahara, yes. Have you heard of Wills?
Yeah. No, compared to Sahara, not that much. No.
Okay, cool. I'm much of a cricket fan, but my childhood all I saw was Sahara and India associated.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, now I guess I covered all the other big news. So time for the biggest news of this entire week, and that
Oh man.
is code documents for the Microsoft Activision Blizzard King acquisition. Those documents were uploaded online, and funnily enough, people thought it was the FTC or the code doing it, but apparently Microsoft provided them the link in one of their
That's the craziest thing. I wanted to say that, but yes,
yes, on September
the
14th they provided the link of all of their documents directly to the court, and the court, as it is, for the sake of the case, had to upload it specifically to the site that was made for the case. And now everything just spilled out, and people are already trolling like Microsoft waking up and looking at their phones this morning. I mean, for us, it is, you know, uh, somewhere in
crazy
the
week.
somewhere in the afternoon or evening or something, we got the news
Yeah.
first, and it will be late night for them, so they're like they must be sleeping. Wait till they wake up and get shocked at this. Yeah,
I think
uh,
if I'm not wrong, uh, yeah, to be fair, my gaming and knowledge started with PS5, and yeah, it's keep expanding both sides, the future, the past as well. But as far as I know, this is the biggest gaming league, I suppose.
yes,
And this gives so many insights into the industry that happens behind the door. So I think it's just crazy numbers. Yeah, we can go through one on one. Yeah,
yeah. Well, Bilal says, haha, not touching Dark Souls 3, but planning to play Sekiro after Spider-Man 2 and AC Mirage. Well, Bilal, Dark Souls 3 is something that me and Yeshwanth are planning on playing. You are welcome to join if you want. But yeah,
absolutely.
but you're going to play Sekiro, which is even harder than Dark Souls 3. Well, okay, enjoy. Spend your
I'm an
time.
expert in Dark Souls 3, man. I know, crazily enough, it's been way too many months, and I still remember if I go through one field, one area, I still remember the spots of the pickups. So
Nice, nice.
that's how invested I was with Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, I remember when we did our trial and you were like, Abdul, come here, there's a item here. Abdul, come
It
here, there's
was
an item.
from my memory. It and
Yes.
from 5 months, 6 months ago.
Yeah, and you're like,
Yeah.
be careful in this area, there'll be giant crabs. Run. I'm like, okay.
Crabs is very famous, man. Dark
Yeah,
Souls Crabs. Everybody remembers that, but
so
still, yeah.
swamps are
Drop
famous.
picks and all those things. Yeah, it was. I was
Yeah,
shocked from by myself. Yeah.
the funny thing is, he told me to run, left me in the middle of the swamp. It's like, okay, Abdul, my time is over for today. Good night. Bye. I'm like, dude,
It was it was 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Man, that was the highest I had ever played.
you left me in the middle of the swamp. Wow. Good. Well,
Good experience the Dark Souls at its fullest difficulty.
it's a good thing he left me at a bonfire, so I just saved and quit the game as soon as it was done. Yeah, I'm not facing giant crabs on my own. So yeah, maybe next time we play, I'll make sure that he sits and completes it. Yeah, anyways, CHY32 says, I would like to play Sekiro as well soon. Sanjay also says same. Get ready to get wrecked. That's all I can say. But yeah, get
I
good.
was initially when we created the ICG boards and all those, right? I didn't have the knowledge of physical versus the digital copy, and then I mean physical disc versus the digital copy. I was very immature with the industry of this, so there was a sale. There was a huge sale, and I purchased Sekiro and Neo and Ghost of Tsushima. So I purchased these three digital games. I still have them. I didn't even touch them.
Oh, you have Sekiro on digital. Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So yeah, you can play it anytime to get wrecked. Good for you.
I suppose so. Yes.
And Bilal says, "Hey yo, I'm not liking the Ubisoft games leaving PS Plus and occupying Game Pass. AC Valhalla along with the Ragnarok expansion." Ah yes, of
Yep.
course. With the list I told earlier, plenty of Ubisoft games are leaving. leaving many people to question why is it even called Ubisoft Classics at this point. Because if so
Yeah.
many Ubisoft games are leaving, then there's no point. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that even Valhalla is on Game Pass. I'm not sure. I'd be wrong, but as far as I've seen, I've not seen it. Or maybe I'm choosing to ignore it. I don't know. I don't like Race Valhalla. But yeah, I haven't seen it. I know that both Origins and Odyssey are there. I'm not sure about Valhalla. I'll check sometime soon. Yeah. Anyways, diving back to these US code documents, one of the leaks is that the Elder Scrolls 6 is currently planned for 2026 or later, and it's going to be exclusive to Xbox and PC. Yes. So yeah, I
You
mean,
know, the weird thing regarding just this one point is Phil Spencer said that we are evaluating the official notes from the court, which was released to the public, was like I think one person from the in the court asked, is Elder Scrolls 6 going to be Xbox exclusive, or will it also come to PlayStation? And Phil said we will evaluate it case by case and see how we are going to bring games from Bethesda to other platforms. And there, behind the code, behind the scenes, we see this data coming out. So how can you believe what we see and what the code sees behind the media and all those things, man? It's crazy to say one thing for the in front of the media, and then you say that it's only exclusive for Xbox and PC, and it's coming in 2026. What should we believe? And the difference in the data is, it's just crazy. That's what I say.
well, in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking of we have an emoji on the server. It's of Phil laughing, and I just remember that emoji for this. I think it would have been perfect for this situation. I mean, he would have been telling the court we will plan this step by step, but in his mind, he'll be like, "Ha! This is already exclusive to Xbox and PC." Ha ha ha. So yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been funny to see. Yeah, and
So did
Bethesda's.
Phil lie under oath, or this was just discussed behind the court? So wink, wink, and then in the ear, yeah, no, no, this is just Xbox exclusive.
I don't know. Maybe I don't. I think someone. I think whoever mailed this will probably be losing their job or something because
Absolutely, yeah.
I think they wanted to keep
Yeah,
plenty of this a
that
secret.
person's resume will be the biggest leaker in Xbox
Yeah,
in the gaming industry.
yeah. So I think yeah, so much of important documents were kept away from this FTC case and also. But yeah, anyways, so the Bethesda Studios roadmap has been also leaked. So
Yeah,
the games that they have down the line is Oblivion Remaster, something that I'm looking forward to. There'll be a DLC for Starfield. I think that is a given, considering
yeah,
the fact that if you buy the premium edition or premium add-ons bundle, it shows that it's also the first expansion will be free. So yeah, DLC is obviously going to be there, but not soon. Not soon. Another Doom game, I guess. It's called Doom Year Zero. Then they have something called Project Kestrel and Project Platinum. And Fallout 3 Remaster is going to be there. They were going to create a sequel for Ghostwire Tokyo, and they're going to bring Dishonored 3. So yeah, I mean Dishonored 3, that's going to be cool. First two Dishonored games are awesome. I wonder how they'll do with the Dishonored 3. Right. CHY says, do you think Sony can take those only online steps in the future? I mean, only online is already present in a few of their games. I
yeah.
don't see how they're going to completely stay away from the only online thing. So I'm pretty sure that it can happen. It can happen. It's completely up to them. We have to like just wait it out and
Yeah.
see how it goes. And
Coming back to this Bethesda roadmap, right? There is one game that the name of the game. So I'm not saying anything else. So the name of the game is licensed game IP. So that was a game that that is leaked. So And in one of the YouTube videos, I saw one of the presenters say that okay, so the hero's name is protagonist and the villain's name is antagonist,
So,
and there's going to be a story. So that's licensed game IP. What a clever way to name a game.
yes.
So I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm very excited for that.
Imagine if they actually release a game called licensed game IP.
Game IP.
I mean, we have the Untitled Goose game, so why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, and major thing which is also kind of like you know something that actually defied what Phil Spencer said. Phil
Mhm.
Spencer said in an interview or somewhere publicly that there's not going to be a mid-gen refresh for the series consoles.
I remember that Xbox
Yeah,
is not doing any mid-gen refresh. He
yes,
also
because
said that Xbox is very powerful, and we feel that we don't need
upgrade.
any mid-gen refresh.
Yes, and the developers just have to create more games for the current one. And lo and behold, the leaks, there's a mid-gen refresh, and it's planned for the fiscal year 2025, which means near the tail end of 2024. So
Yeah.
sometime in October, November, or December. So yeah, the X Gen, I mean Series X mid-gen refresh is going to be called Project Brooklyn. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be coming with 2 terabyte internal storage, which is good because obviously games are becoming larger.
Yeah.
It's going to be coming with the latest Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.2 support. There'll be a USB-C port in the front which allows charging, and it'll be priced as the same original price as the Series X, which is $499. So hopefully, it will stay at 49,990 rupees. But that's just wishful thinking. And biggest feature I have to announce is that it will not have a disk drive. And bonus thing is it will also work as an air humidifier. Yes,
Is that a joke or is that for real?
I can't believe you're taking me seriously on that. But yeah,
I know.
yeah,
I had to. I know I went through all the leaks, I know, but yeah, I just wanted to ask that out. It looks like Apple's what is that? The smart
HomePod.
speaker? Oh, HomePod. Yeah. HomePod. It looks almost like that, but so weird, man. The
Yeah, lots of people like it looks like an air humidifier. They even put Amazon
area
listed.
humidifier. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're already making fun of this thing. Like the Series X looks like a mini fridge. The
Yeah,
PS5 looks like a router. Now this new mid-gen refresh looks like an air humidifier.
air humidifier. Yeah, home appliances.
Yes, taking the most.
Consoles, I mean, it's like life imitating art, consoles imitating home appliances.
Yes, because consoles are now becoming home appliances.
Home appliances, so true, man. Yeah,
But yeah, not for the entirety of India, but more or less in some countries. And Bilal says maybe after 2 generations, the next generation will definitely have this, but they will have more strategy on how they are introducing more of online and less of physical in the next generation.
yeah.
Pretty much like PCs now. Yeah, could be. I'm just dreading the always online, completely digital future. Boy. Because then we'll have no more discounts on games from other third party retailers or something. So forget about Amazon,
Yeah.
uh, Great Indian Festival sales, and Flipkart's Big Billion Deal sales.
You won't
And
find any deals on games. It's all digital.
yeah, so you'll be stuck with whatever price that Microsoft or PlayStation gives you, and you just
Yeah.
have to be at their mercy for when they offer a discount. I just don't want to think about it. That's it. So yeah.
I mean, it's of course two gens. Of course, I think so too. But basically, right, people will not accept all of a sudden next gen, and if both PlayStation and Xbox comes out and say it's only digital, I think it's a huge people will backlash. There's going to be a huge backlash,
Yeah.
and the very bad thing is these corporations know how to condition us, how to
Mm.
change us, how to get used to something that we might not accept at all of a sudden. So they'll do all these crazy things to condition us to accept that okay, this is not bad. That's their their goal is to make us think this is not bad. That's it. Once we think that, we we don't think that it's bad, and it's game over for
Yeah.
gamers.
Yeah. I mean, I think the writing was on the wall when they introduced digital only consoles this version. I mean, for this generation, like the PlayStation 5
Yeah,
Digital Edition and the Series S. So yeah, it's looking tough. It's looking bleak.
yeah,
And CHY32 is asking, by the way, both of you play EAFC or FIFA? Nope.
yeah. No, sorry. I never. I think my preferences are not much of sports games and racing games, and a bit first-person shooters.
Mhm.
So other than these three, I just like the narrative games and any horror games, I suppose. I and the games that push you to work harder, I suppose. Yeah,
Mhm.
those are the games that I mostly prefer.
Yeah, so Yashwant is very physically fit, so he doesn't like sports games.
So I don't want to be reminded how bad I suck at real world sports games.
Yes, yes. And CHY says, very true, they can easily play with our mindset, but completely shutting offline will make gamers like us very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we'll all just crawl up into a ball and start crying. What else can you do?
Yeah,
But
I think we just don't purchase their games, I suppose. It's like, nah, man, I'm putting my foot down and bring out the disc version miraculously, and then we'll start supporting you again.
then again, seeing as how things are, we seem to be like a minority because
Yeah, yeah,
sales indicate that digital sales are way more than physical. So I don't know, man. It's looking bad for us. Anyways, coming back to the leaks, the Series S mid-gen refresh will be called Ellewood, and it'll launch with 1 terabyte like internal storage. I think they learned their lesson with the Series S. So yeah,
yeah.
apparently there's also leaks regarding a new controller, and there are some supposed features. There's a feature called Raised Wake. So like if you played a game, kept down your controller for a while, it might turn off or go to sleep mode to prevent like to preserve power. And then when you come back, you just have to lift up your controller and it'll immediately wake up so you can start playing. Just like smartphones these days, you just raise them up and immediately they show you your notifications and all that. And there'll be modular thumbsticks, which mean I think they'll be using like Hal effect sensors, so you can remove them, reattach them, stuff like that, which is good. The buttons will be quieter. Mm, I don't think they are loud enough as they are. I don't know if they should be quieter because I really like the feel of how the buttons are very clicky. I like clicky buttons, but I think they're making too much of noise pollution, so they're becoming quieter buttons. I don't get that. I don't understand that. But okay, there's going to be an accelerometer and possibly a gyroscope. Could be taking cues from the DualSense, and the haptics will also double as speakers. I wonder how that will work out, but yeah.
Hmm. Right.
And CHY says more like Elwood. Yes, Elwood. It is Elwood.
When I first saw that added, uh, the first thing I remember that came to my mind was the Harry Potter wand uh, that uses some wood, right? And then
Yeah.
it has a core. So I was like, are they using some Harry Potter wand wood as a project name? In the meantime, he must be a fan of Harry Potter or something from Lord of the Rings. Sounds like something from Lord of the Rings as well. Elwood. Yeah.
Mm, yeah, that is. more on these leaks. Apparently, Microsoft was in the talks to acquire Warner Brothers Interactive, and in internal mails, Phil was also talking about trying to acquire Nintendo and or maybe even Valve in the long run. And oh my god, that would have been crazy
I think
if
I think he said something like a career moment, right? Getting Nintendo would be his career moment.
yeah.
Is people, I mean, he portrays himself as a gamer, and he wants everybody in to play every game, doesn't matter what platform it is. And then behind the scenes, he does these things. He's just poor corporate cobbler than just a gamer. That's what it came out to be, and it's so sad, man. Of course, that's people just want us to say what we want to hear, and then behind the scenes they do all these crazy things. But it's so sad, man. Maybe even the Xbox, people who support Phil for being a gamer rather than a corporate person, and see that he's behind the scenes, he's just trying to acquire more and more studios and publishers and big corporations. This is very sad.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing this news, there are people who are always ready to make memes or some awesome edits. And I was on X the other day. And it really feels all odd to say X. No, I was on X the other day.
I'm never gonna say it. At least my generation will always be Twitter and
Okay.
Facebook. No Meta, no X.
Yeah. But anyways, I'll stick to it. It sounds odd. I just want to cringe every time I say it. So I was just going through X the other day, and someone actually took the time to take those templates you usually see on this that coming soon, and then they'll put pictures of few games that will be coming to Game Pass. So someone took that template and put the caption as, if Xbox acquired Nintendo, then and how will Game Pass will look like. And then they put that template and put coming soon day one on Game Pass, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Odyssey, Pokemon Legends Arceus. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god,
For
imagine that.
gamers, I think it's a dream come true, I suppose, because you don't have to pay. In India, of course, it's a dream come true because Nintendo is not officially here, and if it's part of Game Pass, you don't have to pay 6,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees per game for Nintendo games in India, and you can just have the Game Pass and play amazingly great games, but not for the gaming world to be in the long run. So the competition, it doesn't exist, and it's just not good in the
Yeah,
long run.
yeah, if it becomes a monopoly or a duopoly, it's just gonna get crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah,
It'll just affect the gamers in the long run. And final thing that Phil talked about, he was uh, previously, I think, before the launch of Starfield and the marketing was going good, Xbox announced these wraps that you can put around the Series X. There was a
yeah.
Starfield one, there was a mineral camo and a blue camo. And apparently, in this email, he talked about a Sega themed Xbox console wrap, and apparently that was being spread as a rumor. And apparently, Phil loved that rumor. He loved the rumor that an Xbox Series X would launch in Japan with a Sega logo on it. He thought it would be hilarious. But yeah, if he keeps
He's
acquiring,
always looking for acquisitions, man. What is that?
but I guess this is how it is. But it's good. It's good that he didn't get to buy all of those things. Instead, he spent his money completely on Activision Blizzard, and
Yeah,
Nintendo are like, nope, we don't want to be bought. So yeah,
yeah.
it's good. So CHY asks, why don't they make their own handhelds? Mobiles have completely failed in this area. Even Sony should go back to making the PSP/Vita. I mean, they're now investing completely on xCloud. They want everything to be cloud gaming. They partnered with
Yeah.
Samsung and they're making smart TVs which has the Xbox app, like pre-installed on the TV. So you just need to log in with your account and just have an Xbox controller, and you can directly play
Yeah,
from your TV. And
like the Stadia controller that
yeah,
failed.
so yeah, that failed. But yeah, I mean, Microsoft or Xbox in this case is, I think their future focus is completely on cloud gaming. Being able to play anywhere on any device that you choose. Like they have remote play for being able to play on your uh, tablets or phones and stuff. But now they want it to be completely on the cloud, so you can play it anywhere. Just need your account and just need the controller. So yeah, that's why they're not making handhelds. And Sony,
We have Rage Gamer saying, "All right, guys, I have to split now. See you guys next Saturday." Yeah.
all
Good
right,
night,
gamer,
mate.
all
Yeah.
right, Rage Gamer. Thank you for joining us. Good night. Sleep well.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Hey, all right. Even in one of the leaks, right? They said we will in the hardware um, predictions, I suppose something, or the timeline. It was mentioned about the Xbox handheld in that leak. And now we have the PS Portal, not entirely handheld like a console, but I think Nintendo and Valve are the only major people who are pushing the good version of handheld, not just some hybrid or streaming kind of shit. But yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Yeah. And Hungry Wolf says AMD is focusing on APUs, so maybe you can see more handhelds in the future. It's all
yeah,
good, man. We just have to wait for maybe Microsoft or Sony to see that the hardware is good enough and probably make it, but that's completely up to them. I mean, for now, we are only getting rivals for the Steam Deck as handheld
yeah,
gaming, PC gaming devices. But for as far as consoles are concerned, I'm thinking only Nintendo's doing it. I
yeah,
hope I hope that Microsoft and Sony wake up and do it. But like I said, Microsoft is completely focused on the cloud initiative. In fact, even in one of the leaked documents, it was their roadmap. It was shown that for the next generation, they are focusing on a cloud hybrid system, cloud
hybrid
native.
system. Yeah, that was so crazy, and we thought we had at least two generations for completely online cloud. So you see, they are transitioning. They are making the change slowly and
Yeah,
naming it hybrid, and in future going online only doesn't seem a big stretch. So
yeah,
people might accept it. So that's what they do. I hybrid doesn't make any sense. Don't do it, please. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, don't do it, please. Is all we can say. And Microsoft will be like, ah, ha, ha, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. But no.
No.
Yeah, so, well, all we can do is rant about this and feel bad. But yeah, we'll just have to make do with what we have, feel happy as long as we can. The digital future is inevitable. Just please make regional pricing better. Please make it
Yeah.
cheap for us. Consider India as a good market. Don't think of us as a third world country. So, and with that, I think I covered all the topics for this week. You have
Yeah.
anything to add, Yashwant?
Nope. That's it.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, we had 2 hours last week, so expecting
Yeah.
2 hours now is a bit much, but yeah, we still crossed an hour, so that's good for us. And Rage Gamers are leaving with good night, and so good night, Rage Gamer. Good night to CHY. Good night to Hungry Wolf. Good night
That
to
is
Bilal.
Sanjay.
Yes, good night to Sanjay. I think he left long back, but still.
Yeah, Game
And
Star, Pepper Onion Soup, Pankaj. And did I miss any? I don't think so. Oh,
yeah, anyways,
that's it.
the thing is, CHY says Microsoft just does what they want and we suffer. Well, that's kind of true. I mean, why
Every
are
corporation does what they want, man. and that's what they do. We adjust or adapt. That's what every major corporation does as well these days. Nothing much we can do about that. And it only the biggest fear for me is I don't want to be saying down my in coming futures, just saying, hey, this isn't bad. That's my biggest fear, and I don't want to be accepting digital only console, digital only online required conditions. I don't want to be there. So yeah, physical for life.
Physical for life. And on that note, we shall end today's podcast. So thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, keep watching more of our videos. We are at 39 watch hours still.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll get more after this episode is over. Just I'll be checking. I'll check every week. Right? And I'm adding timestamps to all of these videos for people who watch in the future, so it's easier for them, to just directly go into each segment we talk about. So yeah, but it's taking a while because I'm feeling very lazy. And making timestamps for videos that are an hour long, it's not easy. It at least takes an hour and a half for me to do it. So if I'm late, kindly bear with me because I'll make sure I get it done somehow or the other. But other than that, yeah, thank you all for joining us. Have a good night. We'll see you all next week. This is Abdul and Yesvanth signing off.
Hey, thank you all for joining.
Good night, folks. Have a nice week.